so kwa akoyi kandini mpapa mpanimfo a munyina matere afie duo no na moko ka we ya ose we bonini we bonini ti ade bonfo party
yeah
na de bonfo no mu kwa akoyi di boni ba ko se o ma medi o ma yeso efe nko bo sasasi so
no ti Click TV Africa na busuya ye share na anwumre no mestre wa subscribe ya subscribe mami like mami but more than comment if I mami what you say na aya Solomon Owusu or movement for change Alanche Mountain a party I said ofie people mo or the broken heart e fie people mo e kokote ye no e na wasori agina before kon on the we gina mo kon so from last year the ba nyina say be party na kwakwa ya adebonye for party no mo nyina hia mu eko imu baako o de boheni baako so omra emedi Ghana so omedi party nanim na omra emedi Ghana so na abusu o kan sem bebere ofiri ho esan akoye 3FM so eko grant interview ho a o kan sem bebere so ho ye delve into sasem na de mu nsem nyina e de abro men se ho omra ne be ko akohwe Solomon Owusu na waso de gina ba humi ha kan de Japan bra champon any panifo agina se on person omo epre NPP sen presidential you know na omo ebe di party na nimu de party ne ba okon 2028 na ombe so mbombe timi anya eye tumi a na papa no asode gina MPP fon okon so o so hodi omuto ye se o tu omo nyina e de afri ho wo de ya na say subscribe mami na wa like wa comment ba modern a e de share e de mami yen koykoy Solomon Owusu ordinance am etuja
was nye de boyan for keke killers
criminals
na me de omo keka no asio sa Eraba ba ko se evre na Akuamu a Dr. Akuamu a wo se wo Brian ye pet time wa dia kwakwa campaign na unsem hunu se okoto hotel nti ne eja ba omi a ye ton no ne de e defend hotel a okwakoto ni bre bon nti okwakoto ma eja pade sa na Eraba no e ka kire Brian
champion
o kasa wie ya na Brian jo come on wo na o be kasa se wa kire wo boss a odi na chi obi di ne mo aba porta okwa yi ato anya ne mfaso no no wa ko wia mo no e de akomo mo ye chiriwia di bobonisem no aka kire anso a wo se wo e-gate ensemu pio na we I hope say yoko ni OSP omutie o se e-gate am ko ye o boss bo me o inflated by $240 million we wo mo na free ase be keka as a come on PDS ye ne tena krom aka say e adefo o boss no na die ni mo ye wura bo mia tie bass am say dabi mo ya ma Kennedy so fan ho di wo Kennedy e krom contract pele Paul tele e wo mu nyina wo na wasesa fa ho o sori ana mo wo we ana mo so om dia bo no na ye ne ye pe kronkron ni amana be die ni mu a na yenya wo mu nyamia ya adoma mo aba be ka kire se omo ya adeboyefo a ebe ye gay na wo wadwene ho se wo a woto a wo pe mpuntu abragbom wakwakofa deboye ndi se o meduwe no do be kwa hemfa me obi ti so raba omia I'm very surprised when you could draw kwakofa form
oh
because the point is that before so begin on so kwakofa form I was saying go to me answer 170 questions na obuse already you see what yes and one share answer some questions already that the summer best ebe chase this sana na waton esa ze won to me busa 170 questions e wi ase why ke kra ye tro dia kope degree no ye busa o busa 170 questions
there be
now we busa 170 questions when we are 170 questions kwase man kra one side the stability of the city unya akwanya no anase ubedi wo man so na the city to the dollar no 1:4.2
yeah
at a point that what come here at the akko your friend say 1:17 cities na sa kwasi wo nya ansai na owura ebisata esama wo wiase anase wo hopa na obeja se about na kasa rofa na tesa sama we die nya sama papa se sama ni chesi no
every Saturday by
I was so chesi no because that's you were not fair to him o catch the same inflation emisata bon wanya je that time 2016 thereof no na inflation 15.4%. At a point to Rabomia, what to become inflation could do 54% to Chroma. Unya answer sa question way, a big den and the summer in chase you my own play nonsense. Thought yes, and ono edi se go fa form Brian de eye me nwonwa se eye na hotedi ana so pese basi bi so obi so pese basi bi so at a point no contest to be the flag bearer of the NPP. Either than that, he must not conceive the idea. Kennedy dear, oh my Ghana, oh president, I said, look at you about your community drinker. What's so you brother? It would make
a simple.
What's so no be no catch a party for the way, NPP. So must be a Jimmy. What's it, Jimmy? I don't know why I even belong to that party. None of the other could do with him. You see, people must respect themselves. Being a flag bearer, no, and yeah, Juma Obia between a year.
I say, and the NPP party in there say, I at the Bonye Fuku. He said, Omuhia Christ. It's the NPP party say now, Omuhia Ajenkwan, anyone. One age in a party and an party name Aquaquaye Harry. Say, Emu aye. I say, Obia Kasatia partner at like said your PBR. Obia tina or funny phone got TV so partner an object of like a ridicule. Obia Jababiana or the partner in air form. And they themselves are not ready and willing to find a lasting solution to the air question.
Now, one reason that has been put forth for why Dr. Bawumia should be presented or represented as their candidate is that, one, he is already widely marketed. That's been what I keep hearing from his camp, and that he can build on this 41% vote that he got, that it forms a good foundation. And that also, if you look at some of the interventions that he, had as a vice president, he can build on that. You heard him yesterday on the platform. He says that Ghanaians are touting his achievements as game changers. That is what we are benefiting from now in 2025. How do those arguments sit for you as far as marketing Dr. Bawumia is concerned?
When I listened to you yesterday, I couldn't laugh. I realized that he was so prepared to, he was prepared to get less than 15% in 2024. What were we doing? See, if you say you have been marketed, I don't know whether, you were around in 2005, 2006 thereof. Atai was very popular than President Kufuor.
Atai the killer?
Yes, he was very popular than President Kufuor in the entire country.
That's right.
So did it mean that we had to, any political party should have gone to see Atai, present him as their candidate to win an election?
Say you ban communication I blanty Solomon, Papa Solomon owusu no, or you're very inclined. Or say, as at 2005, na Atai very popular. Yes, or baby does it mean that a party be the Atai baby dina saying my some person or man for entomana beto the amana being say or popular in Tiana. Meaning say it doesn't matter say Bawumia a popular. Say wanyane homework here obelusi. And pay also whom Bawumia ready. So even 15% of Grandbo and here onya. So 9 pen aka 9 pen on the 50% 2021 here Bawumia intimina. And what should the breakdown as some kind? It doesn't being popular no doesn't it add little or no like it doesn't add anything. Trust me. And Adeshe, just put in the work, convince people what you want to do. You've been in power for 8 years. So the people have this kind of perception, say, so bit my be and 8 years, you were like a bit me because you were part of the governance.
You could be popular for the wrong reasons and popular for the right reasons. Unfortunately for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he is popular for the wrong reasons. And so if you say you have been bucketed and you are popular, what sort of popularity are we dealing with, positive or negative? You asked a certain vice president, Emisata, 170 questions. If I were him, I would begin my political renewal with answering those questions. Once you're able to deal constructively with those questions, then we know you are serious. He was the same person. And yesterday he made a certain statement, and I'm very surprised at this one. I've not heard the other candidates taking him on. That the elections of 31st is about the soul of the NPP. You do know the soul of the NPP?
You want to use his time that he spent in the party against him? Is it because he's a newcomer or more relatively
He
new?
has never had any clue about the NPP. So when we are talking about soul of the NPP, how do you represent the soul of the NPP? With lies? Gogo says you are the chief liar in the world. Is that what the soul of the NPP represents? Look, he looked straight into you and our faces and said, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate what?
Expose you.
We agreed with that statement. Then when you got the opportunity to lead this country, he came back and told us, look, but it is wild logic to conclude that when the exchange rate is depreciating, means the fundamentals are weak. How can we trust such a person? Now, one of the sins, now they have turned into a sinners party, so we can continue on that tangent. One of the sins he has been accused of is inflating the e-gate at the airport,
Right.
by $240 million. I saw it from the Brian's camp. Yesterday, I heard him say that one of his achievements is to have done the e-gate. Now, here is the case, you are being accused of having shortchanged the country to that magnitude, and you are claiming credit. By the way, were you know in this country that he told us that he was just a mere mate?
Now the most difficult job to do now Ghana say who defend the NPP. Like you will not even know where to start from and where you even end. No man for us or many. And this Solomon Owusu, a very nice communicator. Trust me. The fact okay. Like we the approach onya any idea.
That's right.
And that we should give him the steer. First year, the mame,
He
first
said
year.
he didn't have the full opportunity to really put forth his ideas, his policies, what he really wanted from other Ghana.
You see why we shouldn't take him serious? Now, yesterday, he enumerated more than 10 achievements. So how did he do that as a mate? When he wants to deceive the minds of the people, he comes out with wild allegations. And who is praising him for anything that he has done?
He said Ghanaians are really giving him credit.
Who is
for
that
what...
Ghanaian? Am I a Togolese? Helen, I am not giving him any credit. Look, gold for oil. He was talking about gold for Bank of Ghana's gold purchase. That was not what he was making noise about. He brought us the gold for oil. Now, but the Bank of Ghana's own financial statement says that we lost 1.82 billion out of that gold for oil. So how can you be given any credit? But why didn't he pride himself with his own program, which was the NAPCO, Nation Builders Corp, that we are spending more than 2 billion? As we speak, some of the young ones have not been paid.
That's right.
How can you, as a sitting vice president, students, people that have gone through the tertiary institutions, their parents have spent more money. Now hostel fees are how much? So much expensive. Then you say after finishing school, you just go to GRA here and they will pay you 700. That was demeaning. Who survives in this country with 700 cedis? But he carefully ran away from that program. You get my point. So for me, he is just trying to lead the party into destruction, which he would achieve it, because I don't see how come any of the other candidates will win. In fact, this is going to be a rigged election. It's a rigged process, as Adenmo has said, and that he will not invest 4.6 million into such a rigged venture.
Businya Click TV Africa de eberemo eni Solomon Owusu no asole agin MPP4 ekon so sebe be miamu ama ekon na bu ba o mia 15% kwa 2028 ba o mia ntimi 15% na sebe it doesn't mean say oye popular ntino obetimi nya 205 na ba o mia na atayi e popular pa echen kofo na enso wontimi empakagi atayi mfani magina ho say you can be popular for the wrong reasons. When you asma Solomon Owusu e dia ba betu bia movement for change. Remember back where so on your lunch mantin akotran na no agi defensive we ni boys o mie before many year pa. Click TV Africa what dey say subscribe mama ebusuya like comment o mo dey share from mama ye be san ehia me da say